Brought to you by DK Audio.
DK Audio presents Children's Book of Philosophy by DK, read by Danielle Nott. What is philosophy? Philosophy means love of wisdom. It is a method of trying to understand ourselves and our world by asking a lot of questions. Philosophers spend a great deal of time thinking, wondering, talking, and listening. Can I be a philosopher? If you are curious about the world and enjoy asking questions, you are probably already well on the way to being a philosopher. You don't have to go to classes or take exams unless you want to. You can simply enjoy using your mind. Are all philosophers old men with beards? A lot of early Greek philosophers did have beards, but they certainly weren't all old, though some spent a lifetime teaching. Many of them attracted a huge following of young fans. Today, women and men of all ages are philosophers. When did philosophy begin? Philosophy began thousands of years ago, when people first puzzled about the meaning of life and how the world was made. The earliest philosophers we know about lived in ancient Greece in around 600 BCE. How do philosophers teach? Philosophers ask the kind of questions that science can't answer, such as, why is there a world? They encourage their students to start asking questions themselves, instead of taking everything for granted or accepting what other people say. Questions. What about answers? Philosophers have all sorts of different ways of tackling tricky questions. Sometimes they find an answer, but often philosophical questions don't have answers. The important thing is to go on trying to discover the truth. Why should I learn philosophy? Philosophy can teach you to think more clearly and to be confident in debates and discussions. It may even help you to make decisions about how you want to live. Isn't philosophy a bit weird? It's true that philosophical questions can sound slightly crazy. For example, am I real? Or is colour just in the mind? But questions like these show that philosophers are trying to find out what's really going on in the world and in ourselves. Should I try out philosophy with friends? Philosophy is definitely for sharing. It can be great fun talking about ideas and exchanging thoughts with your friends. You'll probably find they think about things very differently to you, which is a great starting point. Is the world real? Some of the first questions philosophers ever asked were about the world. Where did it come from? Are the things in it real, or are they just thoughts in our minds? What is the world made of? The first philosophers we know about were ancient Greeks, who wondered how and why the world was made, and tried to explain where everything in it came from. Some of their ideas, for example, that our world was originally built from water, air, or mud, are quite easy to understand. Other ideas are so complicated that even today, philosophers debate exactly what they mean. Air. Anaximenes of Miletus, circa 585 to 525 BCE, had the idea that our world was created out of thin air. He thought that in the beginning there was nothing but air, which gradually got thicker and changed into other things. First, winds started to blow. Then the air became visible as clouds. Then it grew more and more solid, turning into water, earth, stones, and everything else. Water. Thales, circa 625 to 545.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?